let's solve this problem. We will be given the number, for example 5. So then we must print first 5 elements of Fibonacci numbers. If we are given 7, we'll print 7 elements of the Fibonacci numbers, starting from the first element. Fibonacci numbers are the numbers where the first element is 1 and the second element is also 1. Then the nth element is the sum of n minus 1 plus n minus 2. N is equal to the element n minus 1 plus element n minus 2. So let's solve this problem. I will solve this problem using arrays. So first of all, we'll include iostream and using namespace std, then int name. So if I have a vector v, for example, with 10 elements, you know that the first element is element 0, and that if I have 10 elements, the last element will be 9, not 10. My first 2 elements are 1. In Fibonacci number, the first and the second elements are 1. So this element will be the sum of this and this. So v2 will be equal to v1 plus v0, or if we are running it in the loop, and if x is our counter, vx will be vx minus 1 plus vx minus 2. So this one will be 2. And the same way, the third element, the fourth element at position 3 will be the sum of these 2 elements. And the same way, this number will be the sum of these 2 numbers, and so on. So in the question, it says that n will be between 1 and 4t, so we will show Fibonacci elements from 1. We may show the elements from 1 until 4t. So that's why, which means there may be maximum 4t. The n can be maximum 4t. So let's create a vector v with 4t elements. Then we will need variable n, and we will read variable n. Then in our as you see here, the first and the second elements must be 1, at position 0 and at position 1. That's why v0 will be 1 and v1 will be 1. Then we will run a loop, and we will give the values to all these elements. So my loop, since I have values here, my loop will start from 2 and it will continue until this number. So if n is 10, it must continue until 9, n minus 1. That's why I'll create a loop where I starts from 2 and it will continue until n. So while I is smaller than n, I don't put equal to sign because the last number will be n minus 1. Then I would say that vi will be equal to vi minus 1 plus vi minus 2. Just like here. Then after filling all this, I'm going to run a loop for int I is equal to 0 while I is smaller or equal to n, I plus plus. So in this loop, I will show the elements. So I read number n, and I will continue until n, and I will show all the elements. So I will just see out vi, and after it I'll put a space, because in the example it wants us to put a space. And don't forget to return 0. And now let's submit our solution. And that's it. Good luck, guys.